Okay, now we will move to the letter Wad and the lam. Okay, the hafatul lisan. The hafa means the edges of the tongue. Okay, so what is the edge means? Edge means if imagine that the white part of your hand, okay, your palm, you can see that, and the white part is your tongue. Okay, and when you turn your hand a little, you can see the sides only, right? If you watch your tongue, your hand from the above, from the top part, you cannot see that side part, right? Only if you turn your hand a little, you can see the exact sides of your hand. Similarly, the area that we cannot see from the top part of the tongue at the sides is the hafa. That means if we have to use the sides of the tongue, what we have to do? We have to raise our sides. Okay, imagine again to our hand. Okay, I ask all of you to check your hand, your white part of your hand. Okay, now you can see the white part right in your hand. Now how will you see the sides of your hand, both sides? Okay, or if someone is giving you some chocolate, how will you keep your hand? You will make it like a spoon shaped. Okay, when you make it a spoon shaped means you can see the sides of the hand which was not visible to you earlier, right? When you flatten your hand, you cannot see the sides, but when you make your hand a spoon shaped, you can see the sides, right? Similarly, the tongue, we cannot see that area when the tongue is flat. Okay, when we slightly raise the sides of the tongue, make the tongue a spoon shaped, then the area that you can see is the edges of the tongue or the sides of the tongue. Okay, I have told you earlier, it is divided into two parts, aqsal hafa and adnal hafa. Okay, what is the two pictures shown here? The aqsal hafa, it is divided into the aqsal hafa, it is the green colored area. Okay, this is the green colored area. So this green colored area, when we close our mouth, where is it touching? It is the shown in the next image. Okay, this green colored area, this is corresponding to this colored area. This is called as the aqsal hafa, and the yellow colored area is the adnal hafa, which is corresponding to our this area. Okay, when we close our mouth, where is it corresponding to each other? Where it is corresponding to upper roof, it is what shown in these two pictures. Okay, the green color with the green color and the yellow color with the yellow color. If we count the teeth numbers, as you can see, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, the 8 teeth. The 8 teeth area is the area of the adnal hafa, and the remaining is the area of the aqsal hafa. This is very important for the two letters that we are going to study. You have to make it thorough from here. If you didn't understand, you pause here, you rewind, and you hear and make it sure that you understood this thing clearly. Okay, now we will move. The first is the makhraj of the wad. The wad, letter wad, is very important because this is Arabic language is the only language having the sound of the letter wad. So that is the reason it is called lugatul wad. The lugatul wad, the language Arabic is called as the lugatul wad, or it is also named as the Lugatul Arabiya. The wad is called as the Lugatul Arabiya, and the language is called as the Lugatul wad. Okay, Lugha means the language. Okay, now we will check the makhraj of the letter wad. Okay, lots of confusing images are here. Don't worry, I will explain to you. As you can see in the second image, okay, this image, here you can see an yellow area and a purple colored area. Okay, the yellow area and the purple colored area, what does this shows? The purple colored area shows the area of makhraj. Okay, and the yellow colored area shows the makhraj of the area of supporting. Okay, the area, the purple colored, the area corresponding to the green color in the previous image, the aqsal hafa. Remember, aqsal hafa. The hafa, how can we see the hafa? Only if we raise the sides of the tongue. Okay, if we raise the tongue again straight to the up, we cannot use the hafa. Then we will be using the top part of the tongue only. For us to use the hafatul lisan, we have to make our tongue spoon shaped. Okay, just like how if someone want you to give you something, we will make our hand in a spoon shape, right? When we ask dua to Allah, we are asking him, we are begging him, right? So we will make our hand so that we can hold something. Similarly, when we use one hand, we have to make it a spoon shape. Similarly, for us, for the word, for the tongue, for us to use the aqsal hafa, we have to raise the sides of the tongue. Only then we can use the hafa. So the green colored area in the previous picture, it will be in contact with the letter with the area of the purple colored. Okay, the area previous to earlier, the same area, the green to green, that is the makhraj of the letter wad. Okay, then what is this yellow color is for? That I will explain. Before that, let me show you the sound of the letter wad. See, okay, it is just like, I feel like I am stretching an elastic. Okay, you know, our tongue is a muscular structure, right? So it can spread, it can relax, or it can pull, it can come out of our mouth and it can come inside, right? So similarly, if we we can stretch our tongue also. This is also what is happening in the sound of the letter wad. Now I will explain what is this yellow colored area. Imagine I am keeping my whole hand, okay, from the tip of my fingers to the elbow in my table that I'm keeping here. Okay, my whole hand from the elbow to the tip of my tongue, tip of my fingers, it is on the table. Now what I am doing, I am raising my hand. Okay, I am not raising my arm, I am not taking my hand from my hand from the table. I am only raising my arm, okay, and then I am hitting back. Okay, I am raising, I am trying my maximum to for you to hear the sound. I am not sure if you can hear the sound. Let me take here. Okay, I am raising my hand and I am let me keep some paper here so it will be clear for you. Sound, inshallah. Okay, so I am keeping my hand on the table, but I am raising my arm above and I am hitting down. Okay, hope you heard some sound. Okay, this is also what is happening for the letter wad also. My tip of the hand, okay, my hand, okay, it is in the table itself, but you heard the sound. So that means the sound is produced from the remaining part of our hand. It is not from my hand area, it is from the area back to my wrist, right? After my wrist area, that area produced that sound. Similarly, if we check the makhraj of the letter wad, the yellow colored area will be in the yellow colored area. Now I will move to the back picture. Okay, see here, let me erase. Okay, if this is the, I will use the same color itself. Okay, the yellow colored area and the green colored area, right? Oh, yellow is not here. Okay, I will use this marker. Okay, the yellow colored area and the green colored area is above in the upper roof when we are pronouncing the letter wad, but it doesn't mean we are making the sound from this area, because this is only for support only. Okay, imagine how I made sound with my hand. My tip of my hand area, okay, my hand area was already in the table, but I raised my remaining part until elbow. I raised and I hit the paper, right? My hand is still on the table. It is same like with the bod. The bod, the sound is produced by the aqsal hafa only. Okay, the sound is produced by the aqsal hafa only. We are not using the adnal hafa. Adnal hafa we are keeping there for the support of the sound. What happens if we use the adnal hafa for the sound of the letter bod? See, lots of variety sounds can happen. Okay, for example, here see, no, pod or bod, bod. This is the common sound that common mistake that students do when they produce the sound. What is the reason? Because they are concentrating their pressure on the adnal hafa. But the adnal hafa is there only for the support of the sound. What we need is the aqsal hafa. Bo, bo, bo. Okay, this yellow green colored area corresponding to the green colored area. Don't touch the teeth. This is the another important thing. If you spread the teeth, it will be like another letter. Okay, see, law, lord, lord, lord. It is wrong. Okay, it will be only bo, bod, bo, bo, bo. Okay, okay. Hope you understood the sound of the letter. Now I want you to imagine the makhraj of the letter bod. What is it? The green colored area is above and the yellow colored area is above. That means the makhraj is completely closed, right? The sides raise and it is sticking to the upper roof. That means there is no gap, right? Imagine the first picture, the green to green and yellow to yellow. Just like if I am making my first hand upside and the other hand and I am closing together. There is no gap for the sound to escape, right? Our upper roof is actually when we make our tongue spoon shaped, and our upper roof will be exactly mirror image to the tongue shape, right? Then when the tongue raises and sticks to above, it will completely close the space, right? So that means there is no gap. Then how the sound produced at the makhraj will escape, or how can we hear the sound at the makhraj? So what happens is that the sound produced at the makhraj, you know the makhraj, what is the makhraj? The green colored to green colored area not touching the teeth. The yellow color is only for the support, okay, for the tip of the adnal hafa will be in the yellow colored area and the corresponding to the 8 teeth part. Imagine the first picture. That is why I told you first you make sure that you understood the yellow to yellow and the green to green. Okay, otherwise you will not understand the bod makhraj. So that means the makhraj is completely sealed. Now the sound produced from the green colored area, the makhraj, what happens is that it will get compressed inside the depression of the tongue. I told you when we raise the sides of the tongue, what will happen? Our tongue will be spoon shaped. What is the specialty of the spoon? It can hold something inside, right? It is a depression in the middle. Similarly, our tongue will cause a depression in the middle so that it can hold something. So in that depression, what happens? The sound produced at the makhraj will come and it will get compressed. Okay, it is just like we are inside a closed room. All the the doors and the windows are all closed. Okay, we are inside that. There is no way to escape. This mechanism is called as the itbaq. Okay, this is another new, the fourth perspective we are going to study. What we studied until now, the sifat of air, the sifat of sound, the sifat of direction of sound, and the fourth one is the sifat of compression of the sound. Okay, so the letter bod has the compression of the sound. Why? Because the sides are raising and sticking above, the sound produced at the makhraj will be compressed in the middle, the depression caused in the middle of the tongue. This perspective is called as the itbaq. It is also a opposite sifa. That means it has an opposite sifa called infitah. So what we studied until now, the letters, all these letters have infitah. Which are those letters? Hamza, Hamza, Ha, Ain, Ha, Ghain, Kha, Qaf, Kaf, and the mad letters all have infitah. The letter Wad is the first letter that we are studying, that it is having the sifa itbaq. Okay, hope you understood. Now, okay, this is the shape of our tongue now. Okay, and we studied that what is itbaq. And now what is happening? We have to hear the sound. Okay, imagine that we are inside a room where the doors, or imagine there are no windows at all. Okay, there are only one door and it is tightly closed. If we talk inside that room, the sound will come out or not? Okay, what do you think? Of course the sound will come out, right? The sound can travel through any medium, but it is not the light. If we are inside a closed room and we put a light where there is no windows and there is no glass medium, the light will not be seen to outside, right? But for the sound, it depends on the thickness of the wall, right? Of course, if it is a light wall, the sound will reach outside. Similarly, what happens inside our mouth? The tongue, it is completely closed, right? And now the sound will get depressed inside and the depression will raise. And what happens? Remember, where is our tip of the tongue? Our tip of the tongue is actually at the first, but the starting part, it will be in the alveolar area, in the gum line area. Okay, just in front of the gum area, our tip of the tongue will be there for the letter Bod. But when we produce the sukoon sound, what happens? See, Makhraj is sound producing, and the sound get compressed inside the depression of our tongue, and it will push the tip of our tongue to a slight front. Okay, the front towards the front, our tip of our tongue will slide. Okay, this is a special sifa called istitala. Istitala means the lengthening. It is just like the elastic. It is lengthening of the sound will happen. How? The lengthening of the sound will happen because of lots of factors. What is it? The first thing, it is the itbaq. Okay, the itbaq will cause the compression. It will start in raise, and even though the letter Bod has the jahr and it has the itbaq, and it will cause the istitala. The istitala is a strong sifa, and we have to do it is not actually we have to do, it is actually normally happening. Okay, otherwise the sound of the letter Bod will not be proper. And this time of istitala will allow the Bod to become the rakhawa. Okay, the letter Bod now rules out all the basic principles of the letter rakhawa. What I taught you until now, if there is gap between the makhraj articulating parts, the letter will be rakhawa. If there is no gap, the makhraj is completely sealed, it will become shidda. If there is a small space, or if there is an alternate space, it will be tawassut. But what is the mechanism of the letter Bod to become rakhawa? The istitala allows the timing for the Bod to become rakhawa. Hope you understood the point. Okay, imagine there is a dough that we are keeping it in the round form, and we are applying it with a pressure in the middle. What happened? It will push towards the front. Similarly, the pressure getting inside the depression of our tongue, it will push the tip of the tongue, and at the end it will be like the yellow to yellow. So that means before that the tip of the tongue was slightly, very slightly, don't take your tongue too much inside, okay, very slightly it was towards the front area. But after the sound you can hear clearly, right? Because even though the sound is inside our mouth, it can travel through medium and you can hear the sound. This is all physics. And at the end what happens, the yellow colored will be in the yellow colored area. Okay, hope you understood the mechanism of the letter Wad. Now from this image you can see, now you understood what is the purple colored area and the yellow colored area, right? The touching area and the pressing area. Okay, the touching area is only for the support, and the pressing area is the area where it produces the sound. And the sound, what will happen, because it is very strong, it will get collected inside the middle of the tongue, and it will cause the compression, the itbaq, and then it will push the tongue to front, causing the istitala, the lengthening of the sound, and this time will allow the rakhawa, right? It is too fascinating, real. Actually, I like this mechanism very much. Subhanallah. Okay, thus it is having rakhawa. Okay, so this rakhawa is something important, special. Okay, it is not like all the other rakhawa. Here the special sifa is the tala, allows the timing for the rakhawa for the letter wad, right? Now we will move to the special sifa, the letter air. It is jahar, the sound, rakhawa, the direction, isti'ala, the compression. Okay, why it is isti'ala? Because we are raising the sides of the tongue. So naturally the back part of the tongue will also raise, right? We have to raise for making the proper itbaq. So that means for every itbaq letters, it will be isti'ala also. But it will not be vice versa. Why? I think I have shown here. No? Okay, no problem. Okay, so I think I have explained here. Check. Yeah. So this is the reason. See, from the image of the spoon. Okay, from the image of the spoon, our tongue will be exactly like this. Okay, our tongue will be like this. So back part of the tongue will raise actually normally for the itbaq. So that is the reason all itbaq letters will be isti'ala. But what is with the isti'ala? Isti'ala we are raising only in the back part of the tongue. We are not raising the sides of the tongue. Okay, we have to keep in mind. It's very clear. We need this mechanism in the sifat time. Okay, there we have to study an important sifa. There we have to be clear all these things, inshallah. If you don't understand, no problem, I will inshallah explain more detail in there. Okay, so just keep in mind all itbaq letters will be isti'ala, but all isti'ala letters will not be itbaq, because for isti'ala we are only raising the back part of the tongue, we are not raising the sides of the tongue. Okay, just imagine that if we have to see the sides of our hand, we have to make it like a spoon shape, then only we can see the sides of the tongue. Similarly, for us to make the itbaq, we have to raise the sides of the tongue, otherwise we cannot do itbaq. Okay, and the special sifa is the istitala. Now we will move to the practicing of the letters. فيهما عينان نض. Now this is the first ضاد. First ضاد we have to give the rakhawa, we have to give the istitala, and then again start from the ضاد itself. Okay, now 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 ض now ض ض ض ضي ض ض ضي الضالون فضة يحض تحاضون والضحى يحض تضحكون. Okay, here the normal mistake that you can do is وَتَضْحَكُونَ. It is wrong. You have to give istitala and rakhawa. وَتَضْحَكُونَ. What is the difference between istitala and the rakhawa? Rakhawa is the running of the sound. Istitala is the lengthening, the elastic. You know, you imagine the elastic or the frog, the mouth. Okay, the frog mouth, you can see it is bulging and it is coming back. Just like, you know, it is the same. وَتَضْحَكُونَ وَتَضْحَكُونَ ثم قبضناه وعرضنا. Okay, this is all about the letter ضاد. Now one more letter is remaining in the hafa. We will cover one more that too in the next audio, inshallah.